Welcome to Right Investing. Should a person hold Bitcoin right now? I suggest not holding Bitcoin right now, and here's why. First of all, I think there's a great chance that we're going into a recession, and probably a very, very severe one, I think, in the U.S., maybe a depression, and globally probably is going to have a hard time as well. And so when that happens, assets that have actual value, like metals and things, can hold their value a lot better than something, I think, like Bitcoin. While I do like the technology of the blockchain, I don't think that for your average day person, having a Bitcoin is very valuable to a person. And money is also going to dry up. So when money dries up in general, which is what will happen in a recession, and so there won't be as much money to invest. And I just don't think Bitcoin will make very much sense as an investment in crypto in general when we're in a recession and when money is tight for most people, and when there's not that much surplus money to go around. And and that will be true for stocks in general. But I still think even if you're not going to be very active and you want to be safe and you don't want to just be betting on the downside, there's better holdings to have, I think, than Bitcoin. When people say Bitcoin, you may feel like it's down a whole bunch from its highs, but you got to remember it's still way, way over its pre-COVID levels, like 3 times as much, whereas stocks are not that way anymore. They're about back where the pre-COVID levels were. And so when you factor that in, and then let's factor in the technical analysis, which doesn't look good for Bitcoin at all for the immediate future. It fell down pretty far to a support level, and it's not bouncing off of it. It's going sideways, and it's kind of drooping to the downside. So what I would expect to happen any day now is for it to break lower, and then I would just expect probably for the remainder of the year to be just in a kind of downward trend. And so anyways, I think there's many better options where a person could have their money. Some things I would consider would be oil, although I'm not sure how long you would just want to leave it in there. I would stay fluid on that, and maybe after about a year, consider how political conditions are going. You could invest in wheat, would be a safe one, and there's some other safer things such as metals, gold or silver. I think those are all going to be safer plays if you're doing a long-term hold, I think, than Bitcoin, where I think coming out of the recession, Bitcoin could be an extremely valuable play. But I do think that holding it right now, if you're planning on just holding it blindly for the next year or 2 or 6 months or any amount of time like that, I don't advise that. I suggest selling your Bitcoin as soon as possible and staying away from it. And even if we don't go into a recession, and even if you think that Bitcoin's not going to go lower or whatever, some of these other plays that I suggested will also make money. So I think there's safer options to be had out there. And if I had a large portion of money, I wouldn't be leaving it in Bitcoin. That's my suggestion, and that's my answer to the question of should a person be holding Bitcoin right now. Good luck. Bye.